Fantastic. Are you at home?
I am.
It's
This is
awesome.
not where I was wanting to do the recording, but that's okay.
That's all right.
Yeah.
It looks like an unfinished brick wall.
Yeah, it is. Totally.
Love it.
Waiting for the rest to come in.
Ah, there you go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Looking forward to tomorrow, John.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
We're all going to be together, right? So that's going to be great.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's gonna be awesome. Oh, it's Thursday already.
I know. Yeah,
Ooh.
tomorrow's Thursday.
Wow, just time just flying by. What do you know?
Yeah.
All right, go for it.
The recording started. Are we live on Facebook and YouTube?
Yep.
All right. Well, welcome everybody back to the Power Half Hour. And this week, our very good friend, and we've been working together for the past, I think, 2.5, 3 years now. We've been partnered up, and just so happy and honored to see the success that you've been having and keep having because you've been putting in the work. Guys, welcome, Mr. Michael Harvey. So good to have you here, finally.
Thank you so much, John, for the warm welcome. Yeah, you're right. It's been about 3 years now, and I'm excited to be here. Thank you so much.
Absolutely. Well, you got a lot to share. I've seen the journey. I've seen the journey from when you first started with us until today. There's been like almost like a quantum leap, I can say. But do share with us your journey, though. How did you get started in real estate? Start from there.
Yeah, so I originally come from a hospitality background. I love that. I love that industry just because you get to connect with a lot of different people, a lot of various backgrounds, different ages, ethnicities, and it's helped a lot. I would say now, looking back, you don't realize it, but all those interactions
Yeah.
you get used to talking to people and you're very comfortable doing that.
Mm.
And real estate, that's one of the biggest, parts of our job is to be able to communicate with our clients and effectively with other agents. So yeah, I originally came from a hospitality background. In 2008, actually, I was part-time, licensed. So I've been an agent for a while now. Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, yeah. So I was part-time, but I had a full-time, I was full-time in hospitality at that point. And, my job was, I love my job now, of course. This is my career, my business. I always love what I do, and I always put passion into whatever I do. So
Mm.
in hospitality, it was a great chapter of my life. Made some amazing friends for life as
Mm.
well. And yeah, I think that just kind of prepped me for now to go full time. And yeah, what happened was in when COVID hit,
Mm.
all my other colleagues were just kind of waiting around, right? What's happening? Is the hospitality, hotel industry coming back or not?
Mm.
And I don't like to just wait around and have external factors kind of control my what I can do or what I cannot do. So I
Mhm.
decided at that point, what, this is a perfect opportunity. I'm just going to pivot and focus on real estate, right? And just focus on coming back into the business full time.
Mm.
I was still, hesitant to let go, but in when you reach out to me, I think it was close to the end of 2020.
2020. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, and then you reach out to me just asking me to meet up and to just come see what EXP is all about, how you also kind of guide all the agents that you do. And I mean, honestly, at the time, I thought you were overselling.
Oh, thank you.
And what I mean by that is you didn't say anything that was like unbelievable or anything like that. But
Oh.
what you promised me, you definitely over delivered on that. So I want to thank you.
Oh, wow. Thank you for that.
Yeah, like because when
Amazing.
I came to that first training session, just to see what EXP was about, that's where I met a lot of like-minded, positive, young, ambitious realtors. And there's,
Hmm.
all different ages as well. But that's where I really felt the culture and
Amazing.
where I was like, you know what? I've never been a part of something like this at any other brokerage.
Wow.
So that really like opened my eyes.
Oh,
And that's one of the reasons, I hate to say it, why I was part-time for so long.
hmm.
Because real estate can be a very lonely business,
It is.
right? And when you are at a brokerage where, yeah, everyone says hi and you go in there and you see other agents and managing brokers nice to you and whatnot. I mean, you kind of after a while you just think, okay, this is how it is, right?
Yeah.
Like this is how it is, and but it's not like that, right? It's not like that. You don't have to be alone. And that's one of the things I love about, I'm kind of off topic here, but that's one of the things that I loved about, that attracted me to EXP was the fact that there's so many people at various levels operating, at a high level, newer agents as well, but you can collaborate with everybody and everybody shares,
Hmm.
and yeah, I think that that's something that really drew me was the culture. So
Awesome.
at that point, when you introduced me to EXP, I was like, you know what, this is a place I want to be,
Awesome.
right? This culture, and yeah, and there's unlimited amount of training by
Yeah, it's
yourself,
true.
by others, right? And at first, I was overwhelmed because I'm like, there's so much training if you want,
Yeah. Yeah.
right? But then, after a while, you just kind of make the schedule that works for you.
Yes.
And when I made the decision at that point, I'm going to burn my boat,
Mm.
which is I'm going to quit what I've known for over a decade as well in the hospitality industry, and just focus 100% on being the best real estate agent I can for my clients. And that's
Amazing.
what I did. Yeah.
That's
So that's
big.
my long-winded, I guess you could say, story
Well, that's really good. I
about my
appreciate you
my
sharing.
journey, somewhat of a journey, right?
Yeah, it's a long journey actually, 2008. Now it's been 16 years, but majority of that time you were still in hospitality, and then COVID kind of did you a favor in that
Think it's a blessing in
it was like,
disguise.
okay,
Absolutely.
well, maybe I can go full time. So going then full time, what did that do for you immediately? Like when you burned the boats, what did you experience?
You want the honest answer, John?
The honest answer, yes.
Fear.
Ah, okay,
Because
good.
you know what? That's when you learn a lot about yourself, right? I had
Mm,
I had some. I'm a very positive person.
you
Like
are.
everybody who knows me, they'll say you're one of the most positive people we know. I'm always trying to help others. Always trying to inspire others that are coming up or just reaching out to me. I'm always there for my friends and family. So I was not in this position where I had doubt, like I had some self-doubt,
Mm-hmm.
because I was like, you know what, I'm leaving a position that I can do with my eyes closed.
Mm,
And I know that it was actually very, it's a gratuity based position as well. And
mm-hmm.
yeah, it was very, it was lucrative at the time, what I thought was lucrative, right?
Mm-hmm.
But, and I was afraid to give that up, right? So no, for the unknown, right? For the
Yeah.
unknown. Yeah. And then when I did, though, I mean, yeah, it was just I got over that. There was a couple weeks right after I made that decision to quit, where I was, and I had a talk with you about this, John. You and I
Yeah.
had a talk, and you really, like I said, you always are there for all the agents, whether they're on your team or not, right? So I really want to thank you and just put that out there again.
My
Thank you so
pleasure.
much.
Thank you. Thank you.
I think that you're probably one of the most disciplined people that I know and that probably most of us agents know. So I'm always looking at that as like the benchmark and what to strive for, right? So take bits
Thank
and
you.
pieces from that. but the mindset is huge. So we had to talk about that. And, I think as an agent, one of the things that you need to focus on is self-care, and you
Yeah.
need to focus on taking care of yourself, making sure your mindset is right so that you can take care of others, so that you can take care of your clients, right?
100%. I think you better fill your cup first before you can pour it into others. And if a plane is crashing, you put on your oxygen mask first before you put it on others. It kind of is counterintuitive. It's like, oh, I got to help others first, but then if you have nothing to give others, you're empty anyway. So you have nothing to pour into others with. So mindset, I think, is 90% of this business. And I noticed a dramatic change as well when you met Amy and you started coaching with her. So talk a little bit about her law of attraction training, how that has impacted your business after, being becoming full time.
Yeah, no, Amy was one of the mindset coaches that I had for a period of time. I think that was a couple years now,
Yeah.
back. And yeah, she was awesome. She basically, helped unlock a lot of things a lot of limiting beliefs, self-doubt that you may have, conditioned into yourself. A lot of it's from childhood. A lot of it's just
Mm.
by from your surroundings and your environment, right? What you were told. So yeah, just having the belief, I think law of attraction. Uh, so I don't think that you can just sit in a room. You've talked about this before, John. You can't just sit in a room thinking positive, right? And and like expecting like deals to happen and like clients to come. Like you have to couple that with intentional action, right?
Mm,
So you need to not only have the belief, but you need to take the actions and you need to look for the opportunities and you need to
mm.
create opportunities, right? So, it's like I don't know if you've heard this before, but it's like if you're asking, whatever, God, universe, I want muffins,
Yeah.
right? Why am I not having muffins? But in your kitchen, you have all the ingredients, right?
Ah.
You gotta do the work too, right? Like you have to
Ah.
you have to put it all together. So yeah, but back to Amy, she's amazing. I think that a lot of people that if they were struggling with mindset at one point, definitely would be worth it to have a mindset coach. I know you believe in having coaches, John. You have a lot of coaches, right?
A
A
lot
lot
of
of various
coaches.
coaches. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's definitely crucial. Her training was majority law of attraction and breaking through some of these barriers mindset-wise to move you forward. What would you say was the one thing regarding your mindset that law of attraction helped you break through to have you have the
Yeah.
results today?
Okay. Well, I think that bef prior to my training with Amy, I think that previously, if a deal, for whatever reason, didn't happen, or you're in multiple offers and you lose out, or this is the whatever third time or something like that, you'd be more attached to the outcome
Mm,
and you'd get down, right? You might
yeah.
be down a little bit about it. Now I learned to just let go. So I
Mm,
think everything's gonna happen. I choose to make the affirmations that are gonna serve me. So
mm,
I'll tell myself, everything's happening for a reason. This is not the right home for my clients, or sorry about that. Yeah, this is not the right home for my clients. And yeah, I think just having the mindset that everything is gonna work out in your favor, and yeah, that blessings always come. Like these are just some of the beliefs that I choose to have, and
ah,
I know that thinking in a way that is going to empower me is only going to benefit myself and my clients, right? So yeah, just those are some of the things I guess I took with the law of attraction. If I go door knocking, for example,
yeah.
I'm not going to go out door knocking thinking that oh, no one's going to be home today, or it's
Mm,
raining today. people don't want to talk to me, I'm bothering people. If you're going out with that kind of a mindset,
Ah.
you might as well not even go out, right? I'm 100%
Stay home.
serious.
No,
You
it's
stay
true.
home because you're just now you're you're putting out that negative, like those negative vibes. Like when they walk up to the door, they're gonna feel that, they're gonna see that in you, and they were like, I don't want to talk to this guy. He's, first of all, he's putting off a weird energy,
Weird vibe, weird energy.
weird
Yeah.
vibes, right? Yeah. So you want to also always check your mindset. Like first thing I do when I wake up in the morning, sometimes it's harder to get out of bed than others. I
Yeah.
always put on something positive that I can listen
Mm.
to while I'm getting ready. So I'll put on an audiobook, I'll put
Yep.
on a YouTube motivational video that I could just listen to while I'm taking a shower, while I'm, brushing my teeth, while I'm getting ready. So I'm programming my subconscious,
Mm.
right? I'm thinking that's what I'm doing. I'll say my affirmations when I'm in the shower. I finish off with a little cold shower at the end.
Mm.
And so all these little wins, right, that I'm getting throughout the day,
Yeah.
and my day haven't even started. And then so I just keep on I keep on like using that momentum, I guess you could
Ah,
say, throughout my day, right? And then have my role play, 8 o'clock or 8:30, and then I'm hitting if I am gonna go door knocking, I'm gonna be prepared and
mm.
I'm gonna be in the right mindset, um, you know, to go out and to connect with people and yeah, that's what I typically will bring, right? When I go out.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the morning routine is absolutely crucial. You need to be positive first thing in the morning, and you need to program your mind by putting in something that's positive right in the morning, or else your negative mind just comes in, and you can't control the first thought in your head, but you can control the second thought. And by doing all those things, you're creating wins along the way. And by the time you get out of that cold shower, you're like feeling $1 million already, right? You go to the gym, you
Exactly.
take care of yourself, and then you role play, then you're ready. Talk a little bit about door knocking because
Mhm.
you talked about we talked about the law of attraction, visualization, being positive, positive affirmations, but you talk about now you still have to put in the work and it's intentional action. And you've had major success in your door knocking, 1,291 doors, 113 leads, and in 90 days, guys, 15 transactions from door knocking. Tell us how you did it.
Yeah, yeah. So with door knocking, first of all, just a little correction there. So the 15 deals didn't come in 90 days. They
Okay.
came over a length of time. Yeah,
Over
but
length of time.
in the
But it
90
was
days,
from the
we knocked all
prospecting.
those doors and collected all those leads
Ah,
and it all came from that 90-day period.
right.
Yeah. So with the door knocking, I mean, that's something that I've actually always done since since I was an agent. I would door knock for sale by owners. I would door
Mm,
knock, but along the way, I realize now that looking back, there's things that I should have done differently and could have done differently. And one of those things, of course, mindset. You wanna be very confident when you go out. So that's why role play is one of the things you need to do. You need
mm,
to be able to understand what most likely the common objections you're going to encounter that they're going to say. There's only, it's usually the same ones. So you role playing is great, but you actually need to get out in the field to put it
mhm,
to use, right? It's very different when you're just on the phone. It's very different when you're doing it with someone that's not going that hard on you. But
mm,
with the role playing, but with the door knocking, yeah. So I go out now. What I like to do, I like to go out with, I have a handful of agents.
mm.
Um, the Wangs. So Mark Wang, Joe Wang, right? So those are my guys that I usually go door knocking with. Mark, I've been going for a while, and we've been going very consistently. He moved to South Surrey, and then when he did, we
Mm.
connected. We started collaborating together, and we
Okay.
found a lot of success door knocking the neighbors, right? So we would just go out and we would come all across. That's one of the ways too. You're gonna find out who's realtors in the neighborhood. You come
Mm,
across a ton of realtors as
mm.
well, and you find out they don't do it. Like majority of them will not door knock, or if they do it, they don't consistently do it. So I think it's something that I find gives me a slight edge over
Mm,
other agents because not only am I doing something that they find uncomfortable,
mm.
so again, that's a mental win for me,
Ah,
right? But at the same time, this is the fastest way that I can connect to homeowners
yeah.
and I can provide value to them, right?
Mm,
Providing them, educating them on what's happening in their neighborhood, potentially educating them on the value of their home, and also, seeing if I can be of any service to them whatsoever, right? So, in that way, just by the law of averages, as you know, John, you're going to come across people that will need your help that don't have an agent. See, that's another thing too. We always go out, everyone knows a realtor, everyone knows a realtor. Some people don't know realtors, right? Some people don't. And
and
I
that's a mindset too.
it's the mindset,
Yeah.
exactly. So I come across that all the time where, oh, we just moved here from Alberta, or oh, we our last realtor was never kept in touch with us, or we
Mm,
never. And some of the biggest wins for myself were coming across homeowners who told me that they had family members who were agents,
wow.
and then they ended up using myself, or they ended up going with myself, or with myself and Mark, for example. So that's a big boost to your confidence
Yeah.
when that happens, right? Then you're like, wow,
Huge.
okay, they're really connecting with me to the point where they're not using their own family member or their friend, right? So I come across that all the time, and I'm truly going out with the mindset. So my mindset is I'm always putting the clients first. I'm always putting
Mm.
the homeowners first. I always want to provide value to them, and I want to work with people that want to work with me.
Ooh.
So I'm never trying to force it. And there's also other times where I will turn down the opportunity
Wow. Okay. Respectfully.
because because either the homeowner, even after educating them on the home value, and if they're an expired, for example, an expired listing, and they want to price it a quarter million more than the market is willing to pay,
Yeah.
right? Yeah, then I'll respectfully decline that
Mm.
opportunity because I know that at the end of the day, it's only gonna take time and energy for them, myself, and also the result is not going to be any different, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I
Mm-hmm.
want to work with people that want to work with me, and also are, they're grateful for me being able to help them. And I find that I'm attracting those kind of people by having that mindset as well. And
Wow.
I always say I work with the best clients, and I truly believe that because I'm just working with clients that they're so grateful, they're so thankful, and then they send me referrals because of that, right? So
Yeah.
yeah,
That is huge because you are expecting good things to happen and you keep telling yourself, I have the best clients. That's a positive
exactly.
affirmation, guys. Instead of saying, oh man, my client's always giving me a hard time, you're doing a negative affirmation, in fact.
Yeah,
Right? And if you start with the mindset of being positive first and foremost, and you expect good things and you affirm out loud good things, then you start attracting good people. And sometimes when things are not that which you want, you can respectfully decline. And
mic
that
drop.
feels good,
Boom.
doesn't it?
Mute. Yeah. No, it feels great, and just knowing that, yeah, I'm always getting referrals. I always tell myself that, and it happens.
Wow.
And like you said, John, I think it's having the mindset. A lot of people say, I don't do affirmations. I don't believe in affirmations. Everyone does it, whether they know it or not,
Ooh.
right? We
Say
speak
that
it.
again, Michael. Say that again.
Everybody is affirming, does affirmations, whether they know it or not,
Oh,
right?
yes.
So it's happening in your subconscious all the time. It's
Yeah.
what you say to yourself all the time. You're affirming, but most likely you're affirming negative things,
Yeah.
right? Most people are doing that, right? So,
Love that.
I choose to, I try to do this with, some of my closest friends as well. We will, why not, you're being programmed all the time. Why not program yourself, right? Why not tell yourself, expect the best, right? Look for opportunities instead of looking for problems.
Ah,
Look for ways to solve problems instead of dwelling on problems, right?
yeah.
Yeah, and take every lesson, every failure as a lesson and an opportunity to grow and learn and be better, right? So yeah,
Wow.
that's a kind of a glimpse into like the mindset that I try to strive for every day.
That's big time because you've succeeded at a high level with door knocking. And I would assert that whatever lead source or method of prospecting that you choose, Michael, you would be successful in because, first and foremost, that you got your mind straight. Okay. Now, listen to this what Michael just said. You're being programmed every day, anyways. You are being programmed. Listen to that. Why not program yourself and give yourself the positive affirmation so then you expect good things and therefore you attract good things because you notice only good things. You don't notice problems, you don't notice obstacles, you notice opportunities. Wow. So
100%. Yeah,
that's mind blowing,
100%,
man.
John.
Man, we could talk forever, but I do want to cover this one last question for you personally.
Hmm.
I know things have changed. You got married and everything. Like, beyond
Yes.
that, you're a great family man. You're always, taking care of your family and your wife. Uh, what's the deepest why that you have that drives you forward every day?
Yeah, my deepest why I would say is my family and just striving to be the best version of myself that I
Mm,
can be. I don't want to look back and have regrets.
mm,
I know a lot of people who they they kind of stay stuck with the mindset and just where they are because they're afraid to take a risk or a
mm-hmm.
calculated risk. So I don't want to be like that. I want to just always try to evolve and be the best version of myself. I think that and just making my parents proud, I
Mm,
think is probably one of my biggest whys as
that's
well.
amazing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they've been there for me, like, I have the best parents for sure.
Oh,
I always say that. And yeah, and I have such a supportive wife, loving wife. She
yeah.
supports me, whatever decision I make. So yeah, I think those are my whys. My parents,
Amazing.
my wife, my family, and just being the best version of myself for others so that I can help others like we talked about initially, right? Just striving to be the best version of myself so that I can be the best for others and yeah, that's my why, John.
Amazing. Yeah, family is first, and being 1% better every single day for yourself and being the best. Because we never want to have any regrets when we didn't give it our all in our life. And looking back, like, I had some left, but you definitely give it your all every single day, Michael. It's so awesome to see and to see the growth and the trajectory and the quantum leap that you had. I'm just so grateful to be able to see your journey along the way. So thank you.
Thank you so
Thank you
much.
first and
Thank you so
foremost.
much, Sean. Thank
Yeah.
you.
And
Yeah, thank you so much for everything that you do. There's a lot that people don't realize behind the scenes. You and your wife, Crystal, you guys do so much for supporting all of us and putting on events and allowing us the opportunity to speak and just kind of organizing everything and making everything seamless, right? You guys do,
thank you.
providing all these role plays, education, and so thank you, John, for your continual leadership for all of us. I appreciate
Thank
you.
you. Thank you
Yeah.
for allowing us to give back, giving me purpose, because that's what I do now. I'm full time in the mentorship and coaching others and pouring into others. So thank you for allowing me the opportunity. Michael, as we complete this podcast here, what's one piece of advice that you would give to agents in these turbulent waters, this storm coming up in the next couple of
Yeah.
years to have them
Yes.
succeed?
I mean, I would say that if you want to be an agent who is not depending on the market and you're not just jumping in when the market's good. I would say what you want to do if you're struggling with production, go out and talk to people, right? Get a coach if you really don't know what to do. Go out, get a coach if you're new. And yeah, just go out and talk to as many people as you can through door knocking, through prospecting. You want to connect with your family, your friends. Majority of my business is through referrals now, and I'm doing door knocking as well, right? So
Yeah.
you want to make sure that you're going out there. You want to have a full schedule. So you want to look at your calendar, and if there's gaps, you want to fill those gaps with productive actions, right? Yeah, that would be my biggest. And put yourself around like-minded people. So put yourself in an environment where you're gonna be lifted up and not pulled down, right?
Amazing.
Yeah.
Being exposed to people who are doing a lot more than you and having that positive mindset. And I always say this as well. I'm too busy to be worried.
I
I
love
have
it.
no time to worry,
I
right?
love it.
So
Yeah.
I love that, man. Hey, how can agents or maybe even clients who are listening to this podcast reach you?
Yeah, so call me 604-767-7732, or you can find me at Michael Harvey, Michael.Harvey.realty on IG, or yeah, you can also look me up. I am going to start having a YouTube channel for pre-sale homes now as well across Metro Vancouver, so you can find me on YouTube as well.
That's awesome. You're a true Gen X or at the end of Gen X. Nobody's ever said, call me.
Oh.
That's awesome. That's great. Well, Michael, it was so much that we need maybe a second podcast to talk about the rest of your process. We love you, Michael. You are one of the nicest people I've ever met, truly. And thank you again for your partnership. And what a great podcast today. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Sean. Love you too. Love you guys, and look forward to celebrating tomorrow with everyone.
Oh, let's go. I can't wait.
All right.
All right,
Okay.
guys, make it a great day.
Make it a
See
great
y'all
day,
soon.
guys.